In this video, I want to talk about what I think the best entry-level knife out there is. And you might notice that I actually have two knives here, and that's because I think there are two scales of entry-level knives. There is the most entry-level knife, and then there's the entry-level knife in terms of you spending just a little bit more and getting much more blade for the money. Off the bat, the most entry-level knife that I would suggest is the Victorinox Fibrox. This little guy right here, the chef's knife, the workhorse of the kitchen, is roughly, I would say, $30 to $40, depending on where you grab it from. So it's very, very sort of cost effective. It's not going to break the bank, and it's going to be a phenomenal knife. It's made of a 55 hardness metal. It is ground down to a 15-degree angle. It is machine made and it is stamped, so that's one thing you want to consider. And a lot of people are surprised to learn that it does not have a full tang. The tang ends about right here. So that's not going to be too much of a problem as long as you aren't abusing the knife, which you shouldn't be doing, but it is something that I would like to mention regardless. The handle is made of Fibrox, which is a reinforced polymer that has a really, really nice textured finish and is very non-slip. And that's sort of that knife. Of course, it comes with a great warranty. It's made by Victorinox, not in China, but obviously in Switzerland. So it's an amazing, amazing knife for the money, and it's extremely sharp. Like I said, about $30 to $40. In contrast, we have the Shun Sora, which is about $70 to $80. So again, it's twice the price, yes, of the Victorinox, but it's only, and I know it's a lot of money, but it's only a $30 to $40 bump in terms of the actual price of the knife. And what you get for that extra $30 to $40, as you might be able to tell just by looking at the two knives right here, is substantial. Off the bat, this knife is handmade. It's forged and not stamped. It is ground to a very sharp 16-degree angle. It's actually hand ground, not machine ground. The steel they use is VG10, which is the gold standard steel across any knife company. It's about 60 hardness compared to the 55 hardness of the Victorinox. And what that means is this blade is going to keep its edge for much, 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 much longer, and it's going to stay extremely sharp for much, 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 much longer than the Victorinox will. On top of that, the core is VG10, the gold standard, yes, but they wrap either side in a layer of stainless steel to protect it, which also gives you this beautiful design on the bottom of the blade. It is, like I said, forged and handmade, and it has essentially a full tang. It's called a rabbit tang. It ends about right here, but in practical use, it's just as safe as a full tang compared to this, which has the tang that ends right there, which is nowhere near as safe. The knife has a plastic handle, very comfortable as well, and it has a 10-year warranty, which is a phenomenal warranty, and it also comes with lifetime sharpening for free. And I think that's a huge deal breaker because the first time you sharpen this knife, if you're not spending a bunch of money on whetstones and stuff to sharpen it at home, is going to cost you about $5 per inch, which is going to be $40 off the bat. So any money you've saved by getting the Sora versus the Victorinox, the first time you get the knife sharpened, which is going to need to be much more often since it's such a soft steel, is going to completely negate that savings. For that reason, I think if you're willing to spend a little bit more money, get the Sora. It's going to be forged and not stamped. It's going to be handmade and not machine made. It's going to use VG10 60 hardness instead of a very soft 55 hardness steel. It's going to be wrapped in stainless steel instead of being one piece. It's going to have a full tang essentially instead of having no full tang, etc., etc., etc. And it comes with free lifetime sharpening, which I think makes it a no-brainer. I'll put a link down to both below. Both are phenomenal knives, but like I said, the Shun is definitely in a completely different level. It's better than most normal knives out there, let alone entry-level knives. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any concerns, let me know. Otherwise, I will talk to you very, very soon.